Needles once, gains forever. Many bodybuilders hear that in their career, and it motivates them to inject themselves with steroids. Because who minds one needle if they're going to have a bulky, huge body, right? Once people choose bodybuilding as a profession, there are a lot of steroids involved. Bodybuilders have been using steroids since pretty much forever to look bulkier and more muscular. At the time, you won't think there's anything wrong with them. Well, what they don't realize is that steroids are supposed to be taken according to a doctor's prescription only. And once you start, it ends up becoming a very dangerous habit with a lot of side effects. And ironically enough, the worst side effects occur after the bodybuilders stop taking these steroids after retirement. So stay tuned until the end of the video, because today we'll be talking about the side effects that some bodybuilders faced after they stopped taking steroids. Well, without any further ado, let's get right into it. First and foremost, let's talk about why exactly these bodybuilders start using steroids. These steroids seem to have a lot of benefits for them. They enhance their performance, they increase muscle mass, they decrease fat. For many athletes, that's the dream, and that's why they start misusing steroids. Most bodybuilders and athletes do stop taking them after they retire, and when they do that, their muscles become flabby and slowly disappear. Also, their fat level increases. Well, let's look at some of these bodybuilders and see the shocking change after they stopped taking steroids, shall we? Number 1. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Let's start with the legendary Arnold Schwarzenegger, who is nicknamed the Austrian Oak. Even though he's also an actor, businessman, and even a former politician, he was most known for his achievements in bodybuilding. He participated in many bodybuilding contests and ended up winning 14 world titles. This included 7 Mr. Olympias, which was a new world record for that time. The record has now been broken by Lee Haney with 8 Mr. Olympias, but back in the days, the Austrian Oak was considered the best in the bodybuilding business. So let's look at what he looked like back then and what he looks like now after he stopped taking steroids. Number 2. Flex Wheeler. Kenneth Flex Wheeler is an American professional bodybuilder. He's one of the bodybuilders for whom steroids turned out to be really disastrous. In his career, he won the Arnold Classic 4 times, which was a record for his time. Arnold Schwarzenegger himself described Flex Wheeler as one of the greatest bodybuilders he had ever seen. But in 1999, Wheeler discovered that he had focal segmental glomerulosclerosis, which was a kidney disease. Even though the condition was in his inheritance, steroid use made it a lot worse for him. In 2019, he actually had to get his right leg amputated as a result of this health issue. Now, Wheeler has started going back to the gym, but when he left steroids, his body got pretty bad. Let's look. Number 3. Mustafa Muhammad. On number 3, we have Mustafa Muhammad, who is a retired IFBB professional bodybuilder, known especially for his thigh development. He's participated in many bodybuilding competitions, and he won the 1992 NABA Mr. Universe and also the 1992 Universe Championship. Well, anyway, let's look at what happened to his body after he retired and stopped taking steroids. Number 4. Tom Prince. Next up, we have another retired American professional bodybuilder, Tom Prince. He won his IFBB Pro card after he won the NPC National Championships in 1997. He also finished third in the Night of Champions back in 2001. But while preparing for the Night of Champions in 2003, Prince suffered a kidney failure. After his long professional career, his kidney failure brought the end of his career, and soon after, he retired. Back during his career, he had a great bulky body, but what does he look like now? Well, let's take a look. Number 5. Paul Dillet. The Canadian IFBB professional bodybuilder, Paul Dillet, had a pretty amazing career as a bodybuilder. He competed in 5 Mr. Olympia competitions, 4 Arnold Classics, 3 Night of Champions, and 3 Ironman Pros. Back in the days, he was one of the most impressive-looking bodybuilders the world has ever seen. But we can't say that now. Let's take a look at what he looks like now after quitting steroids. Number 6. Dorian Yates. Dorian Yates, the English retired professional bodybuilder, was known for his wide and thick back, but that wasn't his only achievement. Yates won the Mr. Olympia title 6 times consecutively from 1992 to 1997. He's also known to have the 5th highest number of Mr. Olympia in history. Even after he left steroids, he continued to work out, so his change might not be that bad, but still pretty drastic. Let's take a look. Number 7. Günther Schlierkamp. Finally, on number 7, we have Günther Schlierkamp. The German retired IFBB professional bodybuilder is known to win the IFBB GCN show of strength in 2002, and he's also popular for finishing above the 8-time Mr. Olympia winner Ronnie Coleman at the GNC show of strength. But after he retired, he didn't really keep up with his body. Let's look at what leaving steroids did to his body. Well, with that, we come to the end of the video. Which bodybuilder in the list do you think had the most drastic change after leaving steroids? Leave your opinions in the comments below. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Till then, peace out.